Hi, welcome to another edition of the Alan Rosenberg Show. This one a little bit different because today we took a field trip, went out to Stony Brook, New York on Long Island, and we went to the Long Island Music Hall of Fame. As you can see, there's the entry thing. We had a great time. It's an amazing museum. It's brand spanking new. It's off the Stony Brook University campus. They have a whole house. I took a ton of pictures and I'm about to show them to you, and I'll do a little narration as well. As you probably know, there's another video, I'll send you the link, where I did about what it was like to grow up on Long Island in the late 70s and early 80s. Long Island has always been a great hotbed of rock and roll, the home of Southern rock in the late 70s. We had the greatest club bands and bar bands, as you see here. And the Hall of Fame had tons of stuff from Twisted Sister, which you're going to think is amazing. The original outfits, thanks to Dee Snider. But Zebra stuff was there. Good Rats were there. But of course, you had the bigger artists, Billy Joel's motorcycle and Joan Jett's first car. There's a ton of stuff. I'm psyched. I think you're going to enjoy the video. I am proud to be a Long Islander, and I think you're going to appreciate the great Long Island history of rock and roll that there is. So stay tuned. I'm going to do some editing courtesy of my daughter Melissa, and we're going to show you the Long Island Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Okay, so when you walk in the museum, this is what you see. They did a beautiful job. Welcome to the Long Island Museum. This is from the outside. They only have this facility for like a month or so. It's amazing what they did. This is really cool. This is Twisted Sister, legendary piece of memorabilia from them. And this is one of Dee Snider's outfits. He is really generous. Did a lot of Twisted Sister stuff there. This was a really cool jukebox, only filled with Long Island artists. And lots of guitars and lots of outfits from Twisted Sister, signed guitars, tons of outfits. Dee Snider, big supporter, obviously. Some more guitars, road cases, beautifully put together, as you can see. A lot of autographed memorabilia, lots of guitars. Love that one. It's from the Good Rats. This was really cool. This was on the floor, and this was all the famous clubs from the 70s and early 80s, where they were located. Long Island, so great. Steve Vai, beautiful autographed guitar, really cool looking. There's Billy Joel's motorcycle. You can't appreciate it in this picture, but it was huge and just a really nice donation. Then they reproduced a lot of the famous clubs. There's My Father's Place, and I had a great time because Epi was there, the man who started My Father's Place, and we wound up having a long conversation with him. And there's Speaks, really cool thing what they did. You're going to see, I believe you're going to see footage of Twisted Sister, because they were showing footage from these bars. Lots of funny sayings as you're walking through. What it was like to be on Long Island. If you heard Twisted Sister, you're probably deaf now, was one of them. They had a full stage gear set up, and look at what's on the top, these amazing ads and gigantic posters of who was playing, Sant Anderson, Zebra, Vanilla Fudge, and this was on the floor. It was amazing, hundreds and hundreds of cutouts that I also have from all the bars and who was playing there. And you were walking on this. They did a beautiful job. And the amazing lineups that they have. You're going to see Grinder Switch shortly. I had that aired. And there's Heckle and Jekyll's, where I actually played at one point. Opened up for the Roustabouts. I was supposed to get discovered and be famous. Didn't happen. But that's okay. Great ads. Just brings you back. There's a Renaissance concert that was on the floor. I was at that concert. That was at the North Stage Theater. They had shows for a couple of years, and was another great club that they had. There's Malibu, as you can see, and some more outfits. There's one from Bonnie Parker, and some more great sayings. If you saw Twisted Sister in the 70s, you're probably deaf. Here's another reproduction of a club, the Mad Hatter, and that's Zebra. And what you would do is they gave you headphones so you could hear the actual Zebra performance that they're showing right there. It's a really nice touch. There's Malibu, still going strong. And in front of that, you're going to see Joan Jett's first car. Huge car that she donated to the museum. Really, really cool of her. There is me in front of that giant stage with that amazing Twisted Sister artwork. This was a cool touch. This was Dee Snider's either wife or girlfriend, and she used to design their outfits. And there's the drawings and the actual outfit that she sewed. I love this Billy Joel saying. Can totally relate there, Billy. I am a South Shore guy for sure. There's a great ad for the Stanton Anderson Band, another great Long Island band. And then they had a whole huge wall. There's my wife. And they show all the, not all, but, not most of the legendary Long Island bands and artists, whether they were huge recording stars or just the local club bands that were truly legendary. Zebra, Twisted Sister right there. The Young Rascals, Blue Angel, which had Cyndi Lauper before she was famous. Nice touch there. There's the Winters Brothers, which to me was not a Long Island band. Otter Creek Band, legendary. A whole wall of great album covers and album art. This was in the men's bathroom. Great ticket stubs from Stony Brook University, always legendary venue that had great concerts. Jimi Hendrix you're going to see. Pink Floyd played there. In fact, there it is, Pink Floyd 1971 at Stony Brook, the actual poster. How cool is that one? And Stony Brook, legendary venue. There's Jimi Hendrix poster from Stony Brook. Just amazing place. Some more legendary posters. Some of these not from Long Island venues, but certainly the Long Island artists and Long Island venues. Blue Angel right there, which was Cyndi Lauper before she was famous. I went to school at SUNY Albany, wound up seeing Blue Angel in the clubs there because that was before Cyndi Lauper was famous. This was cool. Some stuff from Blue Oyster Cult, printouts of lyrics when they wrote them, and they had lots of gold records to see, Joan Jett and the Blackhearts, among others. And there's all the inductees. They had photographs, and they even had some of the statues that these people have received. And recording artist, Good Times Magazine, and some outfits. There's Debbie Gibson on the left. There's another view of one of Debbie Gibson's outfits. So mixed genre. Now, Good Rats, one of my all-time favorites, and that was such a cool find because when you used to see the Good Rats live, he would throw out plastic rats. And, of course, back then, we didn't think they would be so collectible, but there it is. Melanie, signed guitar, makes you think of Lay Down, Lay Down. Had a good amount of Melanie stuff there, beautiful signed guitar, and so much great stuff. This was a nice thing from Billy Joel, gold record, and harmonica, I think there was, yep, and some other memorabilia from Billy. And that was a really nice thing right there from Dee Snider to his first deepest friend, best friend who supported him before they made it famous. Really cool. There's some of the actual awards. They had a whole bunch of them there, really heavy. And there's a nice dedication to the late, great Harry Chapin, legendary Long Island artist. I was actually supposed to see that show when he passed away in the car accident on the LIE. There's a signed bass. I think that was Tim Bogart. And some more memorabilia, Harry Chapin and Tom Paxton and others. Love this display from Twisted Sister, showing the genius that they had as far as branding. Such an important thing, and how Twisted Sister branded themselves so well back in the day and still do. Blue Oyster Cult right there, Fires of Unknown Origin with their award, and there's me. So I hope you enjoyed this brief tour of the Long Island Rock and Roll Hall of Fame out in Stony Brook. I think it was $20 a ticket I paid. I bought a hat as well, and it is well worth it. Great and proud to be a Long Island rock and roller, and just makes you proud to see the greatness. We're kind of overshadowed oftentimes by Manhattan, but we shouldn't be.